Tell me how you like it, yeah.
What's up guys, my name is Littleleafers and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you didn't know, this is the official shirt. Let me show you real quick. This comes in many colors and it's more than just like a regular t-shirt. The shop is in the description down below. So be sure to check that out, you know, if you want to cop one of my shirts, you know, let people know. Plus this design's like pretty dope, I mean, you know what I mean? I made it myself. So last 2 weeks I told you guys about some dreams I've been having, so I was like, why not tell them about some nightmares that I've had during my lifetime? Because why not open up to strangers on the internet? So this first one comes back to when I was 5 years old. I'm in my room. There's this random kid who's my friend. Never met this kid before. We're in my room and he's like, I'm gonna open your closet. And for some reason I was like, dude, do not open my closet. And he's like, I'm gonna open your closet. So he opens my closet. Now, if you don't know me, I don't like spiders. I mean, I will kill them, but like, I don't know, they just kind of look like little demon hands. And I'm like, well, God, why'd you make them? He opens up the closet and billions of spiders come crawling out. I mean, like, they cover him in a second. There's so many on the floor that I can't even see the floor. You know, there's so many of them. They instantly just start crawling up on me and I scream as loud as I can really scream, and since I'm like 5 years old, obviously I scream like a really high-pitched girl. So, and then I wake up. That's it. I didn't scream in real life. There's no real spiders on me. I'm sorry, that was it. So this dream also goes back to when I was a little kid. I was pretty sure I was sick and had a fever, and the thing on a side note that sucks about when I have fevers is that when I have dreams, I can't tell when I'm actually woken up or not. So I'm like, no, I'm still in the dream. Wait, am I up now? In this dream, I'm in the hospital room, you know, where you wait for the doctor, and I'm in a cauldron. If you don't know what a cauldron is, it's those giant pots that witches have, you know, they like make potions and shit. So I'm in one of those. The water's boiling, the room is on fire, and there's 3 witches dancing around this pot or cauldron, whatever. They're dancing around this thing, and they're like half saying magical spell words, and they're like half saying how they're gonna eat me, like, oh, I'm gonna eat your eyeballs first, and blah blah blah. And I'm just like, ah! And then I woke up. I don't remember waking up exactly. I just remember like half waking up and being like, no, they're gonna eat me. And my mom was just like, calm down, we're just waiting for the doctor, no one's gonna come eat you. Kids, man. This next nightmare is also when I was a kid. It probably stems for why I actually don't like them. I don't know, psychological thoughts or whatever. So I didn't like Chucky, you know, the little murderous doll or whatever. And yeah, I didn't like him at all. And for some reason in this nightmare, I'm sitting in a classroom and the teacher's like, hey kids, we got a new student. And I'm like, oh, cool, sweet. Everyone's like, yeah, I wonder who it could be. And then the teacher's like, his name is Chucky. And then like the door has a glass on it, but it's like white stained glass, so you can see like shadows. And I just see the silhouette of Chucky, and he's like, the shadow's like slowly coming down the hall, like getting bigger, and I'm just like, oh god, no. So I wake up. I'm like, ha. F you, man, you can't get me. Nice try. I'm gonna go back to bed. So I go back to bed and I'm stuck in the same dream, and I'm just like, I wake up again. I'm like, no. Nice try again. Second time's the charm, but you didn't get it. So third time's the charm for me. Going back to sleep. Go back to sleep again. Same effing dream. I'm like, ugh. So this happens probably like 3 more times. It's on and off again. I'm just like, I'm tired. I'm like, you know what, whatever. If you murder me in my dreams, at least it's over with. So I go back to sleep, and the shadow finally comes right up to the door, and he opens the door, and it's just some random kid. Just random, I think he was blonde, short hair. So I guess technically that wasn't a nightmare, but it was a nightmare until it wasn't. Think about that, kids. This next one is the most intense nightmare I've ever had in my life, and I hope nothing ever tops it. I'm in my room back home, and the light just randomly turns off. I'm like, okay. And the door swings open. Now, there's nothing there, but somehow I know it's a ghost. Also, I've had experience with ghosts before. Those are other stories. But I know it's a ghost. And this thing grabs me by the ankles, and I go completely paralyzed. Now, if you've ever been paralyzed in a dream before, I mean, I have, and it's the most terrifying thing that you could ever experience, because you're putting like 1,000,000,000% into doing literally the basic movement as like talking or moving a finger, and nothing is happening at all. So I'm like trying to move, trying to yell for my parents, and I was just like, I'm saying this is like adrenaline pumping, like the most effort you could ever give in your life or death. Nothing. I can't even do anything. And it was so intense that I could feel myself moving in real life. Like I was like spazzing out in real life too. And eventually I like woke up and I was like, all right, everything's good. Also, did I forget to mention that this was the day before my first ever day of college? So I'm like, I really hope that my roommate didn't hear any of that and it was all just kind of in the dream. That way I don't look like a weirdo. Yeah, next day in the morning, he was just like, hey dude, are you okay? And I was just like, I am so sorry. That never happens. I swear I'm not weird. Please don't try to kick me out of this room. Not that it would happen anyways, but you know what I mean. So yeah, that was the most intense nightmare I ever had. This last one isn't really a nightmare. It's not a bad dream either, but I just felt it kind of goes into this nightmare thing because it kind of should be a nightmare, but I'm like, whatever. I'm in this office building, and it's one of those like fancy ones where you have the super long tables with like 100 chairs for like all the businessmen or whatever. Not 100 chairs, but like there's a ton of chairs, and like all the walls and everything's like made of glass so you can see into the other business rooms, which really doesn't make any sense because wouldn't that be pretty distracting, but whatever. So business building, I'm on like the 3rd floor. Everything's like, you know, all the walls and windows and stuff are all glass, okay? So I look out the window and I see that we're in an airfield because there's like landing strips for like planes to land, and out of nowhere I hear this voice, and it's over this monitor, and it says there's a zombie horde coming. Now, for those of you that don't know anything about zombies, a zombie horde is like, think of like the most packed, biggest parade you've ever seen, and just imagine that amount of people in a group, but they're all zombies, okay? So I see this horde coming by the window. Well, they're not close up there, obviously. I see them, I look down and I see them coming by the window. And I'm just like, not me today. You know what? I'm not gonna stay here. I'm gonna dip out and I'm gonna outrun all of them, and then everyone else can die because I'm with other people. I forgot to say that. I run out into a hallway and it's completely empty. And then out of nowhere, there's a bunch of zombies because it's a dream. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna turn back. So I run back. I'm like dodging people. I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. I'm on a new level. I get back into the room, slam the door shut. There are zombies all over. I mean, the horde is inside this building. And I yell for everyone to lean up against the door. So we all lean up against the door, not facing the zombies that are trying to come in. We all just sit on the floor and just kind of like hold the doors for as long as we can until the horde finally comes in and, you know, we're donesies. But that's the only thing I remember. Like, I literally just sat down and the dream was over. It probably should be scary, you know, because it was, you know, my last moments pretty much with these random people. But I watched The Walking Dead and I've seen a lot of crazy stuff, so whatever. Alright, that's all I got for you guys today. I want to hear about some of your nightmares, so let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to hear more stories or ideas or anything I have to say, be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Until next time, peace.